Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you the second mission in the security campaign in my Brink hard difficulty video walkthrough. And this one is entitled Smash and Grab, and this is a challenging level. It's in the airport, and the first thing you have to do is you have to rush in on their base and hack a terminal. And the terminal is in the enemy spawn. The enemies are going to generally kill you in 2 bullets, and a lot of the time you're just going to be shouting fluent bullshit, because that is exactly what it is. And there's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter what guns you use, it doesn't matter how good you are of a player. The AI is imbalanced and better than you in every conceivable way, so you've just got to literally push forward, persevere, be as patient as you can, and win the war of attrition. And if you've got a couple of buddies along for the ride, you're probably going to end up never speaking to each other ever again, because it's such bullshit and you'll start hating it every second of it. But if you can do it, good on you. The first thing I will mention as well is don't go where I did then. That is the enemy spawn. The enemy spawn has turrets that will murder you in seconds because you're not supposed to go there. And to stop spawn camping, they've put the turrets up. This is the room with the objective, and you'll notice I died within about a second of dropping down. That's my buddy. He survived maybe a second longer than I did. Now we're both laying on his ass waiting for reinforcements. They just aren't coming. And that is the story of Brink for a lot of it. It's preposterous that they thought it was a good idea. If you had, regenerating life, even though your life does regenerate, I mean more akin to the Call of Duties of the world, where you take a few shots, your screen goes red. If you went into cover, it came back slightly faster. It might be a lot easier, but it just isn't like that. It relies on completely different rules, and it's rules that will inevitably fail you, because it was programmed by a bunch of 2-year-olds. But one massive strategy I would say to escape all the troubles that you're going to see me go through in this series of videos, because these videos are hilarious. I don't even think this is a guide. My main reason for thinking that is because you can't do anything. There's no guarantee that you're going to win, because you're fighting against the computer, and the computer's set to super stupid difficulty and insta-kill weaponry. It's just fascinating, actually. It's easily the most frustrating guide I've made, purely because I'm not a bad player when it comes to games, for the majority. There's some games that I'm not good at, there's some games that I don't enjoy, but I can generally get through them and learn them well enough so that I can do something and I can show other people how to do it. That's why I make these guides, that's why I do this YouTube channel. But on this, you could follow exactly what I do, which isn't impressive, because look at me, I'm fucking down every second. And I had the biggest smile when I was playing this shit, you wouldn't imagine. But it doesn't matter what you do, you would still lose. There's no predicting things, there's no, controlling anything. It's just random chaos. And as I was saying, the best way to avoid all of this bullshit is to do this on Versus. Because on Versus you can literally join a game, it can be the end of the game and you can win, you've done nothing, and it still counts as that level done. And if you're just doing it for the achievement, you can probably plow through the game that way and get it with no stress whatsoever against people that, don't get me wrong, are much, more intelligent than the bots when it comes to thinking and, strategizing. But when it comes to gun skill, there ain't a fucking human alive that can match what these bots do on hard. It just doesn't exist. I don't care if you're a PC gamer who thinks, mouse and keyboard is the way to go, or if you're an MLG player who's, renowned for just murdering dudes. You're nowhere near as fast as these fucking bots, because this is a computer that has zeros and ones, and all it has to do is think 0 and you are dead. It's just ridiculous. But once you're inside this maintenance area here, you need a covert ops guy to hack the mainframe, and once you start hacking the mainframe, you don't have to stand near it. You can go and hide and still hack, but the hack will be slower. And what I would advise here is have as many people hacking as possible and one person reviving them as the medic, like I was doing. And you will eventually get that stuff done. Fingers crossed it'll be sooner rather than later, and then it's time to start the next stage of the level. And the first thing you should always do, regardless of what class you are or what abilities you've unlocked, buff everyone. If you're a medic, give people extra life. If you're an engineer, give people buffed damage. You need every advantage you can possibly get, or you're just going to get smashed. And especially for this push, because this is the first real bullshit push of the game. What you have to do here is, there's a safe you have to crack, sorry, and I think you have to crack it with an engineer. You can generally tell with the objective sign, if it's a spanner it's an engineer, so on and so forth. They've all got their own unique things. But as soon as you open it, then you have to get the equivalent of a flag and run it back to your base. But it's not as simple as capping a flag, because when you get back to your base, you have to then download it into a computer, which takes time. And as you've noticed, these bots do not fuck about when they shoot you. Sometimes you'll take 5 shots, other times you'll take 1 shot, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but every time you get shot on Brink, it feels like someone's shooting you with a shotgun. It feels like they're doing massive damage, and you're always a second away from death, no matter how much life you've got. You never feel safe. But this room here, what I tried to do is I tried to lay down as much covering fire as I possibly could, so my buddies could come in and open this thing. So there you go, he's cutting the safe open, he's just been dicked. I buff him instead of reviving him. My mate's coming up again, he's doing the same. I'm trying to just guard them, keep looking for enemies. There's a couple over there, I clean him up, throw another clip back in my gun because there's no sleight of hand and it's fucking frustrating. Like the weapons on this game, they've got so many attachments and the attachments make absolutely no sense. It's like, you put a magazine, an extended clip, on your assault rifle or your submachine gun, and it lowers the range of the gun. How? In what universe does more rounds in a gun lower the fucking range? It's like, I could understand if it was less accurate and the stability was off because it's added weight. It's obviously going to have some kind of down pull on the gun because it's heavier, but it's not going to lower your range. It's like, what? I can't even explain it. It's like, I don't even know why I'm bothering to try and explain Brink, because anybody that's played Brink for some serious amount of time already knows that if you go into this game with a logical mindset, you're just gonna get fucked, because it's completely illogical. There is no sense to be had. It's nonsensical, it's ridiculous, it's frustrating, it's hilariously bad. And it's so saddening because I've been waiting for this game for about 4 years, ever since I first saw it in a magazine, and they were on about, it we're going to have this, this cool aesthetic, you're going to be able to customize your character, it was going to be class-based, it was going to be, doing missions, getting experience, unlocking weapon equipment. It sounded like Borderlands, but, with maybe more of a story and more of an online feel as opposed to what Borderlands was, even though it was brilliant. And it turned into like a really, really bad Battlefield or something like that. And Splash Damage are the company that originally did Quake Enemy Territories, I believe, and there's a lot of people that really liked that game. I never played it because my Quake history is literally Quake 1 and Quake 2, and I never touched them ever after that. But it can't have been that great because this is fucking terrible. But right now, you've got to carry this case all the way back here, and if you drop the case when they kill you, if the enemy gets on the case, what will happen is, it will return it to where you got it from. And you'll notice right there, my buddy got downed right as he was trying to put it in. I run through, clean up the last 2 guys, grab the case, put it in, and luckily end the level. See, I was beasting so hard at the end of that, I killed my pad. But that can be random, that level. You'll get fucked, you won't get fucked. There's no controlling it. It's like the weather. It's ridiculous. But once again, guys, I hope this is helping, even though it probably isn't. Thanks for watching. You guys take care.